Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back yet again to another edition of the DCG League season. I, of course, am Dragon, and once again I am solo casting by my lonesome today. But not to worry, because it is game 29, and this is going to be the final match for Dr. Pudding and for Junrei in the killer brackets. Junrei will not be starting first though. He's currently having issues with his Windows update, which is taking a very long time. And unfortunately, InUJ was supposed to be one of the players today, but he's seemingly absent and nowhere to be seen. So we've had to start off without him. So the players today will actually be Dr. Pudding, Mr. Mythic, Tavion and Costco on the survivor side. And we've actually got Griff as filling in as killer to start off the very first round. Okay, so Griff choosing his main killer, which is the hillbilly. And he starts revving past the shack. And who's he going to find first? Well, Pudding and one of the other players are not that far away. They're all going Claudettes here. And oh, he's just about seeing Tavion, who did not decide to drop the pallet. I feel like he could have got a stun there, even if Griff landed the hill. Not, and for some reason, run straight back into Griff, who was readying his chainsaw, all very narrowly missing a chainsaw. I think that threw Griff off a bit too. He wasn't really expecting Tavion to be there. And Tavion, oh, it looks like he's going to go down here. Griff very slightly revving the chainsaw and lulling him into a false sense of security. Although there really is no sense of security when you've got a hillbilly right on your back. So that's Tavion's first hook. And where does Griff go to now? It looks like he's going to find one of the tires, and yes he does. Stack of tires were in the way there from this chainsaw. Tries running a chainsaw, not realizing a window was right there for the Claudette. Who is that? Pudding getting the hook rescue. It's not Costco, it's Mythic who's been chased. And Tavion's, he is moving. Thank goodness. Now Griff has got his sights set on Mythic, who tried running by him to get to the window and takes a hammer hit. Oh, and Griff was a little bit late there with the swing, but I think Mythic had that. Oh, and gets a swift hammer right onto the back of Mythic, and Mythic didn't even bother timing the power drop at all. I don't think he was expecting Griff to just lunge straight through, but yeah, as we know from previous games so far this season, Griff does not respect pallets. So should play against him accordingly with that in mind if you're going to do well as a survivor against him. Now Griff has already spotted a generator at 99, and they've left that one right by the shack in the basement. I don't know about that. I feel like that's a gen that should be popped right away. Mostly because it's Wrecker's Yard and the basement is right there in the center where the shack is. Maybe Dr. Pudding will find sense and pop it. Now, who's been downed again? That's Tavion. Who's already on his second hook. Now, are they going to 99 this again? Or are they just going to... Hope Pudding actually pops it. Which I think was a smart thing to do, considering it's one of the gens closest to the basement. Now, who is Griff chasing? He's got... I think that's Dr. Pudding. It is, it's Dr. Pudding. He threw a pallet at it, but Griff actually knew to respect it there, and therefore baited Pudding into dropping the pallet. And Costco hiding behind the tree, but Griff hears him and Costco goes down. I'm not sure why Costco expect that to work, personally. I mean, Griff is a very competent killer, and pretty much any competent killer has got ears and will hear someone who's injured very close by. Oh, and Tavion very nearly caught the chainsaw. And Mythic was just hiding in the corner, but he turns back, does Griff, and he gets a hit on Mythic. Oh, and Griff tried the chainsaw there, but for some reason Mythic decided he needed to throw the pallet, even though Griff was the other side. So Mythic not being that conservative with his pallets at the moment, and he might live to regret that later on. And he's trying to use the window, but stubbornly trying to get past Griff as well, but Griff was having none of it, and Mythic just takes a chainsaw. And that's Mythic's second hook. Pudding and Costco both on the same gen. Mythic on his second hook. Tavion is being chased, I think. Oh, and Tavion's been spotted, and he's blocked! And right on top of basement too. But he's not going to pick up Tavion. And who was that? Pudding, using the shack pallet. I mean, he got the 1,000 boldness points, but with basement being right in the middle of the map, I don't know. Maybe that shack pallet was used a little too soon. And very narrowly missing. Who was that? Was that Costco? Getting the hook rescue and then getting the cheeky pallet stun? And Dr. Pudding being cut off a little bit there by Griff. Oh, and he couldn't reach the pallet in time. And Griff is working his way through these survivors in terms of hooks. I'm pretty sure he's got everyone except Pudding on 2 hooks already. Judging by the sacrifice point allocation, it feels like he's already got 4,200. Which is what you would get for, what was it? Oh, actually no, that's for 6 hooks worth, so... No, I think he's got he's got at least 2 survivors on Death Hook. That's Mythic down. So Dr. Pudding and someone else, some other survivor, and it's definitely not Tavion. I think it's not Mythic. I think it's Costco. They're both on their struggle hooks. Oh, and what a great prediction by Griff! Landed the chainsaw on Costco. Yes, and it is indeed the case. Costco was on his struggle hook then. And he's just reached 5k boldness. 5k deviousness. Pudding is healing Costco after having rescued him off the hook. And Mythic, for some reason, in the basement. Was he trying to search for the chest? While injured? Well, Griff's just picking him up, but I don't see why not. He's right underneath the hook. Really time efficient, and Mythic is out of this round. And Dr. Pudding being chased. He's not going to make it in time, I think, and Griff predicted the direction change correctly and landed the chainsaw on Pudding. Now this is going to be Pudding's second hook. Survivors are popping gens though. They've now got 2 remaining and there's still a few being worked, I think. Costco walking down into the basement, also being on Death Hook. I don't know how I feel about that. And when you search through the chest and don't finish searching through it, you make noise. It lets the killer know someone's searching it. Oh, and he's gonna get the chainsaw on Costco! Oh, Costco, what did you do? I gotta say, searching the basement chest on this map with a hillbilly looming is an incredibly risky endeavour. And Costco just found that out to his death. Oh, and who was that being... That was Pudding being spotted. And Griff opts for the hammer to the back of his head, which leaves him in an injured state. Oh, Tavion's there as well! They're both there! And Tavion running straight into Griff. Now they're both injured. Oh, and Tavion thought he could run around and try and get the parts done, but Griff sensed it coming. A nice spin by Tavion there to try and throw up the chainsaw, but I think Griff is playing in a way where he's going for a mixture of deviousness and hunter points. Yeah, you see, he's deliberately breaking line of sight so that he can rack up more survivor found scoring events, which is the best way to get hunter points at a fast rate. It's something I do myself when I'm playing killer. You can also do it really well with the... when he gets Tavion down there with the hammer. It's something you can do extremely well with the Wraith by constantly cloaking and uncloaking if you really wanted to do that. Now he's got Tavion down. Dr. Pudding is still there, injured somewhere. He's actually hiding in a closet. Tavion's a bit of a distance away. And Tavion's found another chest as well that hasn't been searched or looted. And he's seen scratch marks there. You can see red marks from Griff's view. And he finds Pudding in the closet! I think Griff doesn't have... He said he doesn't have that much time, so he's going to try and... Oh, I don't know if he tried doing that on purpose, if he just let him go, but it seemed like he wasn't that fully committed towards getting Griff to a hook as quickly as possible. I think he was having some fun with him. But he's now got max hunter points. And if he's got max hunter points, then he could very well play this out for the 32k. And Tavion still crawling around, still bleeding out. Tavion has got Griff nearby. And I think Pudding has been spotted again. And he has been spotted, finally. Doesn't look good for Pudding here. He goes down. And in that one chainsaw, Griff gets max brutality and max hunter points. And deviousness too. So we already have Max Hunter, but he got the deviousness and the brutality tapped out too. He's now got to find Tavion, and he does so. He's right there. This is going to be the 32k. Pretty exemplary hillbilly performance by Griff. And he seals it. Using his chainsaw sprints of glory to the other side of the map. And there we have it, the 32k is confirmed. With Dr. Pudding getting 17,982 as the top score for the survivors, Tavion with 12,145, Costco 9,444, and Mythic 8,087 points. And Junrei is playing as the Hag. So maybe it was just Junrei's Windows update that was slowing him down. Well, thank goodness we don't have to do a restart, and he's trapping the shack where the basement is. Costco is working a generator with Tavion. Pudding is running around looking for something to do, and he actually finds the other two survivors working on the same gen, whilst Mythic works a gen on his own after having cleansed a totem. Now, has Junrei spotted a particular generator strategy right off the bat that he wants to run along with? The middle window there with the bus is open. And Junrei has his fun climbing over it. It doesn't appear to me that he's got a particular generator strategy in mind. However, those three generators there are pretty close to each other. And all three survivors again working on another gen. And they're actually going to... They've already vaulted past Mythic in their progress on this next one. But Junrei has been busy setting up his traps as the Hag. Now one of them left, but the other two kept carrying on with the gens. So different people have different ideas. One of them wanted 99 and the other... And they just leave that at 99 as well. I think they were kind of... It looked like Pudding was being rather anxious there. He thought, don't rush the gens, guys. Like, come on. So Junrei has found... Oh, I assume it's Tavion. Someone did trigger a trap. No, that was Tavion who triggered the trap. He must be chasing someone else, like Costco, I think. He gets a hit again after another Phantasm trap. But that was not a Phantasm attack, though, on the deviousness. Oh, he tried an audacious lunge, but also managed to avoid the pallet stun as well. So that was quite a nice attempt there by Junrei. He didn't succeed in the lunge, but he saved himself time in clearing that pallet. Meanwhile, the other survivors being relentless with the gens. And Dr. Pudding is going to run now because Mythic has led them to that, has led Junrei to that gen, and Pudding has taken a hit. He probably thought that he was fine to go back on the gen, but no, he was not. And Mythic beats Tavion to the punch in searching that chest. Pudding has gone down. And he finds a medkit, does Mythic. Which he uses to get those extra survival points as well as any altruism points from the skill checks. Now Tavion and Costco are going to be looming close by the shack. And he drops Pudding. I think he must have done that because he didn't have enough time to get back to the get him to the hook. And they're just setting off traps galore, and now finding out, to their detriment, that Junrei spent time trapping the shack in the basement area. He does get Costco down, though, and he's going to pick him up. Oh, no, Junrei could have actually got a hit in there somewhere, if he really wanted to. But I think he didn't want to harbour the risk of being in line for that pallet stone with Costco on his back. So he's playing it a little safe there, but he's got someone in the basement, and, well, this is Wrecker's yard, so... Someone already running down. And they does get a Phantasm attack for that. Oh, and Dr. Pudding was hiding by the window. And Mythic goes down. Those traps that Junrei laid, way early in the game really paid off. And even trying to use the bus window, it was to no avail for Mythic whatsoever. That's Mythic's first hover, setting off more traps, and Junrei just warps down there and grabs a hit on Tavion and one on Costco too. All four survivors are injured, one of them still being on a hook. Now that's interesting. Pudding triggered the trap, but Junrei opted to go for Tavion instead. But I don't know if that was the right thing to do, because Mythic's about to go into his struggle phase. No, they do save him. Oh, and they trigger another trap. But Junrei is still carrying Tavion. Junrei setting more traps at the bus window. Oh, and he tried committing to the heal on Costco, but Costco was down at like 99. And Pudding just puts down a pallet. But Junrei would never had any intention of going through it, so it was a wasted pallet in that regard. And he picks up Costco with a hook right there. And they are just setting off so many traps for these survivors. And this is doing really, really nice things for Junrei's deviousness tally. It's Costco on his struggle hook, Mythic and Tavion, this is healing each other. And Dr. Pudding is actually being chased right now by Junrei, although he is trying to work his way towards Costco. And he has to turn back because he's triggered a trap, but gets a 360 juke. And another trap is triggered, Mythic taking the hit. But Junrei is trying to ward them away from saving Costco, or at least one of them. Tavion needs to hurry up. He does get Costco off in time. You can see that he's surrounded by traps there. You can just see the visual effect of them all around the hook. And he doesn't care about the traps being triggered. He's still after Pudding. And he gets Pudding down with a nice lunge. They got at least one gen at 99. I'm pretty sure they got more than one at 99. So that's actually Pudding's first hook. Mythic still needs healing. Looks like Costco is going to be the one to try and get the rescue on Pudding. But actually both Mythic and Tavion are close surviving him. And they both heal up Pudding, but all 4 survivors are on that side of the map. And he triggers another trap, and more traps are being triggered all around. You gotta say, Junrei's trap placement as Hag has been really on point this game. And he almost got a hit on Costco, but actually ended up hitting the wall instead. And Costco lunged through the window at the wrong time, took a hit. He scurries away though, whilst Junrei is busy bashing in a generator to regress the progress made on that. And laying traps down for good measure. Surely, Junrei, with the way he's playing Hag at the moment, surely he's going to get 8k Divas out of this game. Triggers that trap. And how close behind was he? Yeah, he's right on Mythic's tail and gets the hit. I wonder if this is the time of the game now where people, survivors, consider actually popping gens. Oh, and Junrei was busy bashing in a pallet whilst he could have walked to that phantasm trap and got a Mythic down. But he does also need the brutality as well, so it's not like it's a complete loss. And he spotted someone else. You could hear the gen being worked. And he walks to that trap. Is he going to get this hit though? Yes, he does. It's not a phantasm attack though. And he could hear Tavion trying to run around the other way. And called that correctly. Tavion at the very least is on a struggle hook, if not his death hook. I don't think this is his death. No, it's his struggle. Costco and Pudding working the generator at the bus. I think the survivors have got map control now. And they pop one of the gens. That was the bus generator. And there are 2 gens actually very close to each other. And Junrei has spotted Pudding. He still hasn't got 8k in either Hunter or Brutality points, so any point scoring he does now would be a good thing. And he sets off 2 traps as Costco, but still that's not a Phantasm attack. And I'm surprised. He's not allowing him to get the save on Tavion, and Tavion just dies on his second hook. Well, that surprises me. I mean, he's got max brutality now as Junrei, but he's kind of cost himself sacrifice points there by hovering around Tavion, unless he's Sensei. He's got not much at all in the way of map control remaining and thought, okay, now is a time where I need to kill a survivor more than trying to focus on the absolute maximum possible points. And Pudding on his struggle hook in the basement. And Junrei placing a trap on the stairs and one in the grass outside by the front entrance. Now, is Costco going to pop this gen? He is, but he's also in an injured state. And he goes down. And that's probably why, oh no. Oh goodness. Mythic ran out thinking that he was going to trigger the trap and be downed. That's bizarre. Surely if Mythic had been seeing, he'd been knowing that Costco was being carried over Junrei's shoulder, therefore he could commit to the hook rescue. Pudding is hiding inside the closet. He's waiting it out. Or at least only for a few seconds before thinking, nope, time to go out. And Mythic, I don't understand what he did there. Tried deliberately setting off the trap and taking the hit. Now, Pudding is running for an exit gate. Which one is that? And Junrei is laying down more traps. Honestly, if I was Pudding and I was faced with this situation, I think I would just leave poor Mythic to his death, as hard as it sounds, but he's got a max objective point, and he's heading out. He is heading out. He is making sure he gets those survival points. He's not taking any risks. So Junrei actually doesn't look as though he's going to get max Stevie's points unless these traps worth 25 points each are enough to work his way up to 8k. But there's been so many instances, like there usually is with a hag, where you hit someone after they triggered a trap, and for some reason you did not get the Phantasm attack bonus for it. And there were so many occasions where Junrei was denied the Phantasm attack bonus. It always seems like a very random thing. And he's not actually getting any more scoring events for setting traps. I don't think he's got 8k deviousness, but we'll have to see what his score is. So Junrei actually got 28,494 points. And I don't... Well, he maxed out Brutality, but I don't think he maxed out any of the other categories by the looks of it. Dr. Pudding with a top score of 26,964, Mythic with 18,481, Tavion with 15,589, and Costco with 14,039 points. He is playing Hillbilly. And he hasn't played Hillbilly yet this league season. I don't think I've ever seen Drakanator play as a Hillbilly before. So I don't really know what to expect from this performance. And it depends on how often he actually does play Hillbilly in the first place, because if he doesn't play it often, I'm not sure that Wrecker's Yard is going to be that great a map for a non-Hillbilly main of sorts. And who was that Meg? That was Pudding, who dropped the pallet there. And they're both running away. Drakanator actually just bashing in the gen. He's still got his sights on Costco, who's playing as the David. Surely he knew where the David was. If he did, he's probably deciding not to get looped around the shack. Drakanator at the moment... He doesn't... Yeah, he doesn't strike me as a killer who's played much Hillbilly over a long period of time. Because he was kind of revving the chainsaw where he didn't need to, and the one time where actually revving the chainsaw would have been in his favour, he actually stopped revving it. Oh, but he did respect the pallet though. And Pudding did drop it. Pudding's kind of similar to Applesauce in the fact that he's not that conservative with the pallets. He just has a tendency to drop them when he feels like it's a little too close for comfort. They have popped one gen though. There is one still 99, and Pudding goes to pop it. Mythic's gone down to a chainsaw somewhere. And it's by the bus. And that's going to be his first hook and the first hook of this round. Costco and that must be Tavion working on the generator together. And this is going to be good practice because Mythic is actually due to play in as an actual competing survivor tomorrow night in against the same quartet of killers, which includes Drakanator, and JT is also playing in that one too. Actually, Tavion's also playing, so this is actually a very valid practice game for Drakanator. He's playing against two of the survivors who are due to play in Game 32. I only just realised that right now. And if Demon doesn't show up, then Red is actually in line to play the final round as a killer filler too, and she's also going to be one of the killers in Game 32. Oh, and Costco playing a bit of a dangerous game here. Oh my goodness, he got the chainsaw! From that angle, what a curve by Drakanator. I don't think Costco was expecting to be chainsawed there, but he did. And who's out with the immediate rescue? That was Tavion. But Drakanator is not interested in going right back. Costco heals himself with the brown medkit, but Drakanator is coming back now. And interrupting Tavion from popping that gen. And did Costco just run back into him again? Costco dicing with death there. Nearly caught the chainsaw. And Drakanator tried a chainsaw around the pickup truck, but got denied by the stack of tires there. And Drakanator, I don't really think it's a wise idea for him to be revving the chainsaw around a loop such as the shack. Pudding and Mythic working the bus generator. They elect a 99 instead of popping it. Tavion also 99 a gen. They're trying to get map control. And Drakanator, I mean, if I'm being honest, for a hillbilly, he's had a slowish start to this game. I mean, he's got a couple of chainsaws, but the problem is that if you're a hillbilly, you've got the power and the speed and the sense of global map presence to exert some real control of the game. He does land a chainsaw on Tavion, though. So he is stepping it up a little bit after his slowest start. And, oh, he knew that Mythic was there. Opts to pick up Tavion. Costco sabotaging a hook with a yellow toolbox that he's found. And Pudding signaling because he wants the toolbox. And Costco sort of intuitively understanding that. And Pudding, oh, he turned around at the right time and in the right direction. But there's no pallet there. Or he could take a chainsaw here if he's not careful. Oh, and they both try to be slippery with their movement and the direction. But Pudding lives for another minute at least. Now Costco, Tavion and Mythic have all found each other. They're working a generator right in the open. Well, that actually is a smart decision. If they want map control, that's a very dangerous generator. One that's in the open with no real sense of cover. Pudding is just looping Drakanator around, but Drakanator's still respecting pallets, and Pudding's still dropping them early. That's really just handing the favour more to Drakanator. And if Pudding keeps on doing that, sooner or later the survivors are going to run out of pallets. And he is now being looped around. And did he spot another survivor? No, he's just bashing in the gen. Look at his brutality though, not even half circle. Drakanator's points are at risk here. And someone was cleansing the totem. Oh, Pudding takes the fucking chainsaw! Sorry, my language. I did not expect that to happen. I honestly thought Pudding was gonna get the pallet down in time, but my goodness. And Davion trying to body block, but I don't think that's going to be of any use. A Mythic is healing Tavion. Pudding, that's only his first hook, but it is in the basement. And Mythic, I think he was judging the timing of the chainsaw. Probably predicted that Drakanator was not going to rev it. Oh, and Drakanator, he's going to go... This could be a real bloodbath here. And he gets a hit on Costco. Amazingly, there were 3 survivors in that basement. Tavion goes down. Costco healing himself with another medkit he's found. He's found a yellow medkit from somewhere. I think Costco's been looting all the chests this round. And yeah, that's not a bad bundle of survival points, considering he hasn't been on his struggle hook yet. Drakanator chainsawed to a hook, which a survivor was hiding behind, and was that the one? Or was that Costco who was hiding? I thought it was Costco hiding behind the hook, but Mythic takes a chainsaw. Well, now Drakanator's really starting to pile on the brutality points. Pudding goes for the hook rescue on Tavion. Mythic on his second hook. And Drakanator going back. And who's he going back to? He's going back to Mythic, but no one there. But I think survivors are now starting to realise that their lack of conservatism with the pallets is starting to cost them, and especially against the hillbilly of all killers. Just opening up more opportunities and more space for a hillbilly to get his chainsaw hits in. Oh, and that looked weird. That looked like it was going to be a stun. But, no, it was timed so that Drakanator would actually get the break. And... oh no, the entity blocker prevented Pudding from going through! And where's Drakanator? He's right on his tail. The pallet's not there. Or it is, actually. Oh, but Pudding mistiming it again. And Drakanator's deviousness is past the 5k mark. But I still don't know why he's revving the chainsaw around this loop section. I really don't. He's costing himself time by doing that. Costco and Savion, 99 gens again. Costco's got max objective. And Pudding is trying to taunt him. And again, pulling down the pallet a little early, knowing that Drakanator as always respects pallets. And finally getting the stun. But Drakanator wants to keep the bloodlust. Ooh! He nearly got caught out by that. But Drakanator not disengaging and Pudding for some reason not anticipating the possibility that that Drakanator could have cut him off. That surprised me. I didn't think he was going to charge through like that. And that's Pudding's second hook. And Pudding is not the only survivor who's next on his death hook. I think this is the time where the survivor should consider popping the gens that got at 99 and getting out. And here comes Drakanator, we can hear behind, and he gets Pudding down! And now he's after Costco. He's going to loop him around the pallet that Pudding should have looped Drakanator around. Except Costco's looping him around the entire crane. Oh no, if Costco jumps out of it. No, he hasn't. Costco's mind gaming him. And does it so timed that really well. That was great play by Costco, actually. Got to give him credit for that. He could have easily had jumped out of that window and fallen right into the path of that chainsaw. But he mind gamed Drakanator there and timed the run out. And everywhere we can hear the terror radius, so all the survivors, oh my god, there's quite a melee there. And Tavion goes down. But still, Drakanator doesn't have max deviousness. He's landed quite a few chainsaws lately, but still not max out. And well, one generator has been popped, one more remaining. Tavion's dead. And Costco's repairing a generator that's not 99 when he's already got 8k objective. So I don't know if he's doing that as a backup thing, or whether he's forgotten where the other generators are. Pudding's working another generator with a toolbox that's not, well, has been regressed, so it's not 99, but another one has been popped. I think that was Costco's generator, seeing as Mythic wasn't working one at the time. And Mythic doesn't have much in the way of boldness points. Pudding getting the gate. Drakanator is not at the gate that's being opened at the moment. Pudding is opening it. And he's unlocked it, but he's not even got 5k objective. Which would make sense in a way, because he has been chased most of this game. Mythic is going to open the other gates. But I don't think Pudding's going to have a chance to get max objective points here. If anything, he just needs... I would seriously consider just surviving, but he might wait for the hatch. Mythic has left, he's got to commit. Costco has also left, and he has committed too. So does Pudding know where the hatch is? Oh no, but Drakanator can hear the hatch. It's actually between both gates. This is actually a very simple route for Drakanator to patrol. He just needs to go back and forth between the gates with the hatch in between them. And he made it out actually the dirt pudding. I'm not sure if that was through the hatch or through just going through the gate. But there we have it. Drakanator's practice game is Hillbilly with 27,643 points. Dr. Pudding again with a top score for survivors, 26,963. Costco with 24,697. Mysterious Mythic with 21,752. And Tavion with 14,525 points. So another great bundle of points there for Pudding. And she's playing as Freddy Krueger, aka The Nightmare. She started right by the shack as well. Tavion has found Mythic, is that already? Yeah, working on generator. Costco is hiding. Pudding is also working a separate generator. Costco is just hiding in a corner. And she shoos them away both from that generator. Gets the hit on Tavion. So it's a good start here. She's already shooed away 2 survivors and got them running. Costco was actually going back to the generator they were working. Red showing no respect for that pallet whatsoever. And Mythic actually failing the skill check, getting himself out of the dream world. Tavion being woken up and is now being healed. All the survivors are working different generators. So none of them are really getting co-op points, except for Tavion and Pudding. Mythic has been put back into the dream world. It looks like he's about to get a hit here as well. And he does. But he's taken a very strange path, and if Red was a little bit quicker, she could have caught onto that and downed him for making that mistake. But she did not react to it. And has Mythic... No, he almost lost Red, but Red saw him from a distance. And that's Mythic down, but they've already popped 2 generators. And Mythic is going to be the first hook here. Pudding is cleansing a totem. Tavion is working a generator. Costco is hiding nearby. It seems like everywhere she looks, there's always been a generator, either partially repaired or in the midst of being repaired by a survivor. She finds Tavion again. Mythic has been rescued and healed, by the way. And she does get the hit on Tavion. But I feel like the survivors have had the quickest start to this game so far. A quicker start than Red. Tavion deciding not to use up that pallet area. He'd rather save it. Although he will have notified Red as to where exactly he's going after that vault over the window. But I feel like Red is committing herself to singular chases. And it's allowing the other survivors to pretty much gain map control at a rapid rate. Like, Pudding especially has found a mechanics toolbox. Mythic repairing a generator on his own. These guys just want map control. And she finds both of them. And she's going after Costco. And she still chases after Costco, but she's... Costco is actually doing a good job of keeping his distance from Red around this jungle gym. We're searching more chests. I feel like the survivors are feeling comfortable with their generator progress and overall map control. It just feels to me like Red is not going to gain the upper hand here at any point during this game, and if she does, it's probably going to be due to some sort of catastrophe on the survivor side. And Costco has got himself out of the way, thanks to Tavion's help, got out of a dream world, but he has led Freddy right to, well, Tavion and Pudding. And that was Costco wasting the shack pallet. He didn't bother making distance, he just waited there until he was fully in the dream world. I don't know if I agree with that decision to waste the shack pallet that much. Or in the way that he did. Oh, and he mind-gamed... Sure, that was Red. She mind-gamed Pudding into going over that window right into her claws. And she's probably mind-gamed him again. Oh, nice juke though. Pudding does go down. And Red is choosing to bash in the gen. And gets the hit on Tavion. Tavion's got almost 5k boldness. And Tavion was trying to sabotage that hook, but not enough. Red gets Pudding on him, on that hook. Costco has been spotted, and he is being transitioned into the dream world. Mythic's still working again, Costco still being chased. And Tavion is still injured. And has Costco lost... yeah, it seems to have lost Red, but Red has found Tavion. He gets Tavion down. But where are the other two survivors? Because Pudding is in danger of going in the struggle phase here. Oh, the generator nearby has been kicked. Tavion has been healed. Well, finally, now Red is doing what she should have done earlier, which was spread the love as Freddy. And he gets Tavion down again. I'm picking him up this time for the hook. Dr. Pudding is being healed, but Mythic is still in the dream world. They both are, actually. Mythic is looking to get the skill check coming soon. He landed the skill check! He could have done Pudding a favour by actually Oh, Mythic. He could have done a favour there for Pudding by taking him out of the dream world. Tavion is being rescued by Costco, who's actually doing pretty well for altruism, but... Oh! Red comes by and interrupts the snap out of it phase. And Red, she needs to stop telegraphing her red stain. And takes a pallet stone for that. And Tavion finishes sabotaging that hook, but I think that may be a little short-lived. He was about to head to the basement if he wasn't careful there. Tavion goes down again. And Mythic tried hiding. Now that's always a clever move for any Fredder players. It's when you've got someone into the dream world, or you start the transition for that, you've got a cooldown of about 2 or 3 seconds before you can do anything else, before you can hit anyone else or send someone into the dream world state. But you can negate that cooldown if you do some sort of action, i.e. kicking in a gen or breaking down a pallet. And Pudding is down as well as Tavion. And Pudding's being picked up. We might be coming to the time where they start considering popping the gens. Because that's Pudding's second hook, and he's the one who needs to make it out alive more than anyone else. His points are what matter here. No one's in the dream world, actually. They managed to get themselves out of it, except now Red has found Pudding again. And decides not to... Well, she was contemplating tunneling Pudding there when he's on his death hook. Gets a hit on Mythic, though, and she's got max deviousness points. And she's got great brutality points, too. They're popping gens. They realise that Pudding is now on his death hook, and they've got to do something. Who's she chasing? She's chasing Mythic. She still needs more boldness and... Sorry, more brutality and hunter points. They're comfortably going to pop this gen. Mythic is on his second hook all the way the other side of the map. And they're popping it. Well, Red has 2 gens close by. The other one's not too far away. Actually, she doesn't have a true 3-gen strat, but the survivors don't have ideal map control either. And Red has come back in time to get the survivors back into the dream world. And I don't know why she didn't opt to put Costco in the dream world there. She's been looped by Pudding. I feel like she should be going for points elsewhere. Even though there is a gen very close by, Costco is trying to hide, but to no avail. He has been spotted. He's been transitioned into the dream world. And that sounds like Pudding, who took himself out of the dream world by failing the skill check on that generator. And now she's getting Pudding back into the dream world. And gets a hit on him. Still needs more brutality and hunter points though. But putting down the pallet when he didn't need to. Red baited him into it. But that generator sounds very close to being popped, and everyone's... Yes, Red needs to get back to that. But Costco hasn't been healed. And Mythic is he still in... He is still in the dream state. Is there a nearby hook? Yes, there is. But Red needs to hurry back to that. Mythic's dead. Tavion's running away. Red really needs to guard that that generator. She needs to make sure it's constantly regressing. Because Tavion is nearby, he's waiting for Red to walk away. Whilst Costco and Pudding are going to the other gens, Tavion is waiting for her to move away. But Tavion has been spotted. Pudding and Costco working the generator. Is there a pallet for Tavion here? No, there isn't. It's been used up. And Tavion's been picked up. Red is not checking the other gens. And it gets popped. And Red's coming by. She's found Pudding. And is chasing him. Oh, and is Costco going to open it here before he gets out of a dream state? He does! And Pudding has found the hatch, he's going out. And that's going to be the end of the game. And there we have the final scores. 26,291 points for Costco being the top scorer. Dr. Pudding with 23,121 points, Tavion 15,268 points, Mythic with 15,090 points, Red with 29,436 points. So she actually, in the filler game she did yesterday, she got 0 kills. In this one she got 2. But she got slightly less points than she did in yesterday's game, so... Oh, that's still consistent though, sort of like the mid 29k range. She's been very consistent with her Freddy performances there. So, her match tomorrow is going to be very interesting. But, nevertheless, that was a good game 29 in my opinion, and that was a great way to end it. It was a very good game to watch. And that's about it for tonight, folks. This is actually going to be the last game that I'm streaming for the league season, because games 30 and 32 are too late for me to be streaming in the time of day. So, I'll be seeing if someone is actually going to be streaming game 30, which starts in an hour. And that's a crucial one to watch because the leader of the Survivor bracket, Applesauce, is playing. And he's got to have a solid result in that game, because he's got the pressure of JT behind him in the standings. So be sure to watch that one. And it will be on this channel still, twitch.tv/Maverick_Warriors. So thanks for the players for playing, thanks to you viewers for tuning in, and GG, and see you in an hour.